Join thousands of NFT traders who already start their day on CryptoSlam.
You might think meme coins are a big joke, but lately we're not so sure. Welcome to the Daily Forkast, February 9th, 2022. I'm Angie Lau, Editor-in-Chief of Forkast, covering all things blockchain. While the hype has moved from meme coins to the metaverse, a couple of the biggest names in the space are showing real staying power. How long can that last? Well, we're going to take a look at that story and a whole lot more coming up. Let's get you up to speed from Asia to the world. Let's kick off with what's getting Asia talking today. First up, China is working on standardization of the digital yuan as its plans for the currency steams ahead. The People's Bank of China, or PBOC, says it will work with 3 other central departments on aspects including infrastructure, information security, and valuation to establish the standard for ECNYs in the next 5 years. The PBOC's document also says that financial cooperation will be promoted among countries involved in its Belt and Road Initiative. Read cross-border ease of financial transactions with friendly trade partners. Now, back in January, the PBOC said historical transaction values reached almost 90 billion yuan, or over 11 billion US dollars, by the end of last year. And the digital currency is also currently being showcased at the Beijing Winter Olympics, a debut, if you will, on the world stage. Meanwhile, in India, investors are throwing off concerns over new taxes. Seems India's love of crypto shows no signs of slowing down. Crypto exchange CoinDCX says it now has 10 million registered users. That's a massive leap from August last year when it had just 3.5 million. That's the same month that it saw its Series C fundraise led by Eduardo Saverin's B Capital, which crowned the company as India's first crypto unicorn. The milestone comes despite many investors expressing dismay at last week's budget announcement of a 30% tax on income from crypto transfers. And you can find those stories and a whole lot more at forecast.news. Over in the markets, while meme coins have been much derided, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu were both leaders of the pack amongst last week's crypto market rally. So, have they become too big to be a joke? Forecast News' Lachlan Keller reports.
Doge's Twitter account clocked 3 million followers as its price climbed over the weekend, briefly re-entering the crypto top 10. SHIB also rose over the weekend, is currently the most widely held ERC20 token among the largest 1,000 Ethereum wallets. The low value of meme coins has allowed many investors to dabble in what can be high reward assets, but the chance of emulating Doge and SHIB's success has become diluted with the ever-increasing number of meme coins entering the market. While both SHIB and Doge built their success on a strong sense of community that says the coins have real use cases, one industry expert told Forecast it's more about branding.
The way we should think about Dogecoin is that it is a stray dog. It is an abandoned project. And then somehow it was found and taken care of, and it lives primarily on the back of its brand power and kind of the mass appeal that it has as a social media meme.
Caseland says meme coins thrive off excitement, and as they are simple and cheap, it's easy to build hype around them, unlike more complicated assets. When it comes to the long term, reality comes into play, and investors need to look for signs of maturity, like whether a token can help solve real-world problem or if it has become a subject of discussion for regulators. For Forecast News, I'm Lachlan Keller.
Well, the metaverse is possibly the hottest buzzword at the moment. It's got everyone from Tim Cook at Apple to Bernard Arnault, the LVMH CEO, all interested in the metaverse right now. And if you're so inclined, you can also study it at Stanford, or maybe you even attended a match at the Australian Open already in this virtual new world. But it could be just the beginning. And Duc Luc, executive chairman of Spores Network, a cross-chain DeFi-powered NFT marketplace, is here to tell us which inning we're in when it comes to the metaverse. Duc, good to have you with us again.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so every day we hear of so many new events and activities that people are bringing into the virtual world. What are some of the projects you're most interested in, you're most excited about in the metaverse right now?
To your point of which inning we're playing in, I think our first inning, whether it is Decentraland, which is, I would say, the most Web3 project out there in metaverses, where it's really an open world, open experience, voxel-based system, to something like Sandbox, which is getting a bit more Web 2-like. There's projects such as Metaverse as a Service is one category where you can be the Australian Open and you can work with a metaverse builder and they can build that, your version of the metaverse for you. Then there are metaverses that are full on, more like gaming experiences. We're seeing now projects that are mimicking Web 2 games like Counter-Strike and the lot. So that'll be more, Unreal/Unity gaming-based systems that will play out. There are mobile metaverses that we're seeing where it's like combining AR with your mobile phone, so that you can literally walk around, build your own sort of my space, right, that you can hang out in and share that space with your friends.
All right, it is an evolution, as you've said. It's not a revolution. It really is an evolution, and we're seeing this in music as well. Warner Music, one of the biggest music labels globally, partnering with the Sandbox for virtual performance space. But is everybody ready yet? I mean, we heard about the Decentraland concert and some disgruntled attendee at Decentraland's AO Metaverse was greeted by a rather bare-looking screen. They were kind of disappointed. Is everybody ready for this kind of experiential thing that we kind of expect at a certain quality level?
You have to go into the details of that platform and whether it's technologically ready. I don't know whether Decentraland was ready. Sandbox, again, I don't know how a voxel type experience will materialize as a music concert. I think, are you going to be watching voxel versions of the artists? Other metaverses are moving more towards, having actual video technology. But even that, once you move into the world of true video, it's a heavy experience. Even the Web 2 systems like Fortnite can't handle the heavy video yet.
That's a great point. And finally, as if I don't feel guilty enough about not getting to the gym, virtual reality workouts like Supernatural and Peloton Lane Break are another fascinating area. We're really seeing real world benefits from a virtual activity, and they're definitely a step up from Wii in the mid-2000s. I had to borrow somebody else's Wii. I never had one myself. But what are your thoughts here? Are we just kind of ramping up experiences here?
I'm very interested in understanding that space, because it's a combination of taking the physical, combining it with, virtualization, but also really the training aspect, right? Because that's what it really comes down to, is whether you can actually take the nuances of training and your trainer and then integrate it into either the AI or the system in which you are training for. So I guess my 2 cents on that would be, I think something like Peloton, who's already trying to do at-home experiences, it makes a bit more sense that they try to plop on a VR headset and to go fully digital. As long as that works for you, if the Peloton way of exercising works for you, then it might work, but it won't work for everybody. So I'd love to see if there's a full metaverse version. My only concern to be like, are you sweating in your living room carpet? Like, is that a good experience?
It is. It's a brave new world, including heading to the gym right at home, and no excuses anymore. Duc, thank you so much. It's a no excuse conversation always. We appreciate it. And that's the Daily Forecast from our vantage point right here in Asia. And if you like it, hit like, hit subscribe, hit that alert button so that you can know when the next video hits this channel. We appreciate it always, as you know. Visit forecast.news for more. I'm Editor-in-Chief Angie Lau. Until the next time.